Lesson 15, almost done with Mod 1. Can't believe it. So emotional. We're almost there. We're not there yet, though. All right, so today we're going to do dividing decimals. Now, I know some of us struggled with the dividing decimals. I'm going to try to show you a little quicker way, a more efficient way I think you guys can handle. Also, yesterday, all the numbers went in very nicely. There was nothing left over. Today, though, we are going to do that. Back in the day, you might have written the words remainder blank. We're not going to do that anymore. So let's get going. We're also going to use the place value stuff here, just so you're exposed to it, so you understand how it goes. All right, so let's go. 5 and 7/10 divided by 4. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 5 ones, and I have 7/10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 5.7. So now I'm going to draw a line across, and I'm going to divide this into 4 down here. Why, you ask? Because it's divided by 4. 1, 2, and 3. So there's my 4 spaces. So now, okay, so 4 goes into 5 one time. So I'm going to put a 1 here, a 1 here, a 1 here, and a 1 here. So how many did I use? I used 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 1 whole left over. That 1 whole is going to come over to the tenths. Now that is equivalent to 10 tenths, right? 1 whole is equal to 10 tenths. So instead of making 10 dots, I'm just going to put a 10 here. Now I have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So now 4 goes into 17 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 16 total. So I'm going to cross off the 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Well, it's not going to be 1.4 remainder 1. No, not going to do that. That's so 4th grade. We're going to take this 1 whole, and we're going to move it over to the hundredths place. Now, how many hundredths are in 1/10? It's 10. So I'm going to do this. Actually, okay, so let me try that again. So I'm going to do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You may be asking yourself, well, Mr. Zaya, why didn't you just write the number 10 like we did over here? Well, because there was nothing else in this box, and I knew I would have one of these circles left over. Here, I guess you could have crossed it off and put a 2 here. But what I thought I'd do is just show you the 10. So 4 goes into 10 2 times, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's 2 left over. Now I have 2 hundredths left over. That is equivalent to how many thousandths? 20. So I'm going to put 20 there. 4 goes into 20 5 times. So now, because I'm not going to do 5 circles, I'm just going to put a 5 here. So then that crosses them all out. So your answer is 1.425. Okay, so let's do standard algorithm. I'm going to move the decimal point straight up. 4 goes into 5 one time. Now, I'm not going to do all that other stuff down here. I'm going to kind of do it in my head, kind of talk to myself out loud. 4 goes into 5 one time. How many left over? 1. So that 1 becomes over here. That's at 17. Just like over here, we move that 1 here. That's that same 1 right there. So 4 goes into 17 4 times. Oh, look, there's that 4. So that's 16. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to add some zeros here, because I can add as many zeros as I want. So that's 16. So that goes in 1 time. 4 goes into 17 4 times with 1 left over. There's the 1. There's that other 1, right? So now it goes in 2 times. That's 8 with 2 left over. There's your 5. So 1.425. Let's go to the next problem. Okay, 2a. It says use standard algorithm. So I'm going to do 9 tenths divided by 2. Or Mrs. Engel once taught me this way. I like this way. She goes 9 tenths divided by 2. So I'm going to bring the 2 up, the decimal point goes up. 2 doesn't go into 0. So now 2 goes into 9 4 times. Okay, that's 8 with 1 left over. So I'm going to add a 0. That's a 1. That goes in 5. So it goes in 0.45 hundredths. Last problem. 6 bakers shared 7.5 kilograms of food equally. How much did each person receive? So I'm going to draw this thing just so you can see a visual. Okay, this is what we call the tape diagram. Okay, it's just a visual way of showing a problem. So tape diagram, so I've this whole thing. What does this whole thing represent? It represents 7.5 kilograms. Now I'm going to divide it by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got to figure out what 1 is. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to do 7.5 divided by 6. Decimal point goes straight up. 6 goes into 7 one time. There's this, oh wait, I wasn't going to do that. Okay, goes into 6 one time with 1 left over. So there's 15. 6 goes into 15. How many times? 2 times. Okay, that's 12. So I'm going to add a 0 because I don't want a remainder. That's 3 left over. 6 goes into 35. So how much flour did each baker receive? Each baker received 1.25 kilograms each. All right, take out the flow chart. Bye.